first in time, and a double play to end the game. Michael King with a 2-hit shutout, his first career complete game, and not only do the Padres sweep the Rockies, they shut them out over the entire weekend. First time in franchise history, they sweep a 3-game series and do not allow a single run.
The King was in full command on this Sunday afternoon at Petco Park. Michael King, a complete game shutout, a 2-hitter as the Padres sweep the Colorado Rockies, a 6-0 win here in downtown San Diego on this Sunday. Sam Levitt with you on our Jamul Casino Resort Padres postgame show here on the Padres Radio Network. Great to have you with us on this Sunday afternoon. As we wrap this one up, we've got a lot to do. We'll hear from Michael King in just a couple of moments. I caught up with Michael on the field right after this win. An amazing performance from Michael King. We have the radio highlights for you. We'll hear from Padres manager Mike Shildt and much, much more to come. But the story begins and ends today with what Michael King did. 9 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and he struck out 8. Looked for a little bit in that 9th inning like he might have trouble getting through it. You sort of started to wonder if Mike Shildt was going to go out and get him. But to the Padres staff's credit, they let Michael King roll. They let him throw a career-high 110 pitches, and he throws the deepest outing of his major league career. Obviously, a complete game 2-hitter. He was absolutely marvelous as the Padres not only sweep the Rockies, but the Padres blank the Rockies. They hold them scoreless in 3 consecutive games. An 8-0 win on Friday, 2-0 win yesterday, 6-0 win here today. In the process, the Padres are now 10-0 here at Petco Park, and they are 13-3 on the year. And the Padres doing something they've never done before with another shutout win here today, and that is sweeping a team in a series of 3 games or more while shutting out the team in each of those games. Padres have never swept the series, shut out a team in 3 or more games and swept that series. So truly a historic weekend here at Petco Park. The Padres pitching staff was absolutely unbelievable. 3 games, they gave up 9 hits. 9 hits in 3 games in this series. And again, Michael King polishes off what was a tremendous pitching weekend with the Padres pitching performance of the season so far. A complete game shutout, a 2-hitter. He was electric. I caught up with Michael King on the field right after a 2-hit shutout.
Let's start with your catcher, Elias Diaz. You have to do something like this together. What kind of impact did he have today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he called a phenomenal game on Friday for Nick. So that immediately gives me a lot of trust in him. But the adjustments, because Nick and I are totally different pitchers, the adjustments that he has, but then also knowing that lineup and knowing all the holes, there were a lot of times where he was like, hey, this guy's definitely swinging. And I wanted to go just like middle fastball, and he's like, nope, we're going change up. So we were on the same page, had a lot of success, and it was fun.
Michael, on a day like this, when you have this kind of outing, do you feel like you have that kind of stuff coming out of the bullpen?
Not really. Bullpen was trash. I always feel like I'm getting the bad ones out. That's my mentality. So I just try to get all the balls out of the way, all the ball-to-ball pitches, and then go out and attack.
We saw you have so many terrific outings here last year. To have an outing like this in front of these fans, another sold-out crowd, what does it mean to you? I
mean, these fans are incredible. So it's always fun, whether it's on a military day, if it's a random Tuesday or a giveaway day, whatever it is, they show out. And it's always fun to put on a show for them.
Finally, this team is 13-3, 10-0 here at home. I don't know if you realize this in the moment, but you didn't give up a run to the Rockies in this series. What is special about this pitching group right now?
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of different approaches. I mean, the Rockies just saw 3 different starting pitchers. You got a 4-seam curveball guy in Nick, a lefty with every pitch you have and really good command, and then me as a sinker sweeper guy. So it's definitely a really good pitching staff. We always have fun with each other. I had them in there in the dugout in between every inning, just hyping me up. So it's really fun.
Michael, congratulations on an incredible start, and thanks so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was Michael King. What an outing, complete game shutout. And for the Padres, just their 4th 9-inning complete game shutout since the 2021 season began. And by the way, 2 of those shutouts were the no-hitters by Joe Musgrove and Dylan Cease. Joe also had one in August of 2021, but this is only the fourth complete game shutout by a Padre since the beginning of 2021. Michael King, who was so good last year for this team, really in his first three starts of the season, up and down, had a couple of better outings after sort of a rough opening day. But my goodness, was he in command? Was he marvelous today? We sort of wondered in the pregame if we would see that real ace-like version of Dylan Cease. Not Dylan Cease. Sorry, I got distracted. The loft went wild. Something happened in the Masters with the TVs here. Not Dylan Cease. Michael King. I don't know what happened with the golf, but apparently something mind-blowing, according to the crowd here inside the loft. Anyway, Michael King, complete game shutout. What an outing. When we come back, all the radio highlights. We'll also hear from Padres manager Mike Shildt. Much more to do on our post-game coverage. We're back after this as the Padres sweep the Rockies here on the Padres Radio Network.
Looking for
score. The Padres 6 and the Rockies nothing. Sam Levitt with you on our Jamul Casino Resort Padres postgame show here on the Padres Radio Network. Final totals here today for the Padres: 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors, and for the Rockies, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Padres now 13-3 on the year. They continue to have the best record in all of Major League Baseball, a perfect 10-0 here at home, and this team just continues to roll. Unbelievable baseball the Padres are playing so far in the early part of this season. No way around it, and we still have a lot to do on our post-game coverage from Petco Park. We'll hear from Padres manager Mike Shildt in just a little bit. We'll have the radio highlights for you in a second. Full look at the out-of-town scoreboard, our play of the game, catch of the game, all that good stuff still to come as we wrap up another exciting day here at Petco Park. But first things first, let's recap this one from start to finish.
Which moments determine the outcome of today's game? We'll paint you a picture with our game highlights on the Padres Radio Network.
As we've said, right-hander Michael King on the mound for the Padres on a beautiful Sunday afternoon with the Padres aiming for a 3-game sweep of the Rockies. King got off to a good start, a quick 1-2-3 opening frame. Padres then got to work against lefty Kyle Freeland in the bottom half of the inning. Luis Ariz hit a 1-out single. Manny Machado walked with 2 outs and runners still on first and second. It was Oscar Gonzalez.
Now the 0-2. Gonzalez hits it through the left side and a base hit. Ariz rounding third, going to try and score. Veen's throw to the plate is not in time. Machado ends up at third, and it's another run-scoring hit for Gonzalez. Padres take a 1-0 lead.
Padres weren't done. They were far from it. Next up was Yuli Gurriel.
Starting at first base this afternoon, Freeland's first pitch, lined into left field, a base hit. That will plate Machado. Back-to-back RBI singles for Gonzalez and Gurriel, and it's 2-0 here in the first.
So a 2-0 Padres lead. There were still 2 on base later in the inning for Jose Iglesias.
Look at Gonzalez, now the 1-1, and that's reached for, hit in the air towards right center field. Long run, Moniak not going to get there. Cuts it off right in front of the warning track, but Gonzalez has scored. Gurriel's going to try. Here's the relay, not in time. A 2-run double for Jose Iglesias and a 4-0 Padre lead.
So a 4-0 Padre lead, a 4-run bottom half of the first inning. The Friars were rolling in their series finale. King continued to roll early on as well. He retired the first 12 batters in a row, 4 perfect innings for Michael King to begin his day. Padres then scratched across another run in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Jose Iglesias led off with a double. Brandon Lockridge singled to get Iglesias to third base. Elias Diaz walked. Fernando Tatis Jr. grounded into a double play, but a run scored, so it was a 5-0 Padres lead. King struck out Ryan McMahon to begin the 5th inning, but then finally gave up a hit on a 1-out single. First Rockies hit of the afternoon. That would be the only blemish of King's day to that point. He got the next 2 outs in the 5th inning, a 1-2-3 6th inning, and a perfect 7th inning. And you started to wonder, could Michael King go the distance in this one? Padres leading 5-0, struck again in the bottom half of the 7th against Rockies reliever Jake Bird. Manny Machado started the inning with a double. He was on third base later in the frame for Jason Hayward.
No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is swung on, lined into right field. Martini charging in on the run, slides forward, bobbled it, lost it, and Manny's going to come in to score. 6-0 Padres. Looked like Martini kind of had it in the breadbasket, but it squirted out. And the Padres able to add on here in the 7th.
Padres had a commanding 6-0 lead. The only question really remaining, how far would Michael King go? Let's take it batter by batter. Top half of the 8th inning. Michael Tolia called out on strikes. Mickey Moniak lined out the center. King then walked Hunter Goodman. The inning was left up to the Rockies' Zach Veen.
Now the 1-2 to Veen taken on the inside corner. Strike 3 called. Number 7 for Michael King, who has finished 8 innings for the first time in his big league career.
8 scoreless innings for Michael King. Like Jesse said, farther than Michael King's ever gone before. We went to the 9th inning. Padres still leading 6-zip. Michael King went back out. He recorded a strikeout for out number 1. But then Ezequiel Tovar hit a single into left field. So 6-0 game. The score not really the issue, but Tovar on first base, Nick Martini digging in, Mike Shildt allowing Michael King to stay out there. It was King against Martini with a runner on first.
Here's career high pitch number 110, grounded to third base. Machado's got it, flip to second one, Bogarts to first in time, and a double play to end the game. Michael King with a 2-hit shutout, his first career complete game. And not only do the Padres sweep the Rockies, they shut them out over the entire weekend. First time in franchise history, they sweep a 3-game series and do not allow a single run.
What a weekend, what a day for Michael King and the San Diego Padres as they blank the Colorado Rockies by a final score of 6-0 on this Sunday at Petco Park. Final totals here today for the Padres: 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. For the Rockies, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Padres now 13-3 on the year. Rockies dropped to 3-12. The Padres a perfect 10-0 here at home. And again, the Padres accomplishing something they've never done before with today's win, and that is shutting out a team in a 3-game series, the entire series. They've never done it before in a series of 3 games or more, collect 3 consecutive shutouts. They do that here today, and the Padres continue to roll. 16 games in, this team's showing no signs of slowing down. They are 13-3 to begin the year. Again, Michael King, 9 innings, no runs, 2 hits. He walked 1, struck out 8, a career high 110 pitches. Let's go downstairs here at Petco Park. Here's some post-game reaction from the Padres skipper.
Let's pull up a seat in the manager's office and hear from Padres manager Mike Shildt, served up by Sin Lee Food, where fresh meets flavor. Find farm fresh produce, bold Asian spices, and gourmet ingredients at 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. Sin Lee Food, the cook's Asian resource.
Mike, how impressive was Michael King today from your standpoint?
I mean, you can't be much better than that. I mean, that's just top of the line, grade A, ace stuff. I mean, in command the whole way. Not a stress inning, not even a deeper inning, and from a pitch count standpoint, pretty dispersed. So he was fantastic. Fastball life, throwing it where he wanted. Sweeper was good. Changeup was ridiculous. It was a fantastic job. It's a heck of an accomplishment. Complete game shutout win in the big league. So congratulations to Michael.
Yeah. The way he blew through that offense the first 4 innings, were you thinking why you might see a no-hitter type stuff as it was kind of progressing?
Yeah, I mean, look, and you put you keep score. You finish where the innings end and you start to repeat the same guys. You go, this could happen. Toglia, I think, got a change up out of the ground ball through the middle, but he was in control the whole way. Very, very impressive performance.
In the 9th inning, he gives up the base hit. In the back of your mind, are you thinking you're going to try to give him a couple of base runners possibly to finish that one out, or is this?
Yeah, it was tight. The rope was there. He'd earned it. Not only earned it in the game, but he'd earned it, like I said, with the distribution of pitches throughout the game. He also had some time in between innings. We didn't have a lot of quick innings on offense. We had to go back out. So he's also coming off of 6 days rest. He's going to get 6 days on the other side. But he was definitely getting in that area that was getting a little bit uncomfortable. But, listen, he was efficient and he had earned it.
How big was the sweep and also the way you guys did it with the 3 consecutive shutouts?
Yeah, very impressive. Pitching on point, clearly talked about it yesterday. The pitchers are all prepared. They're doing a great job. Our pitching department, obviously led by Ruben, does a fantastic job of making sure not only we're prepared for the series, but also it's in concert with our catchers. And then when the series starts, there's a lot of communication internally about what we're seeing, how we're pitching guys. The starting rotation's talking, the bullpen's talking, the catchers are clearly talking in concert with that group, including our defensive positioning. Again, another clean game defensively, so it all works together.
How unique is a game like this for you? You have so much to do during a game, but with the big lead, the no stressful innings, the pitch count being low, I mean, you didn't really have to even consider what you were going to do with your bullpen.
There was a consideration at the end. Yeah, that part was real. But no, I mean, there wasn't any time that I really was based on the score, based on how Michael was throwing. You're always still planning and thinking in case something happens. But no, I was, very confident and comfortable with how Michael was throwing the baseball.
We've seen some games where Michael was dominant, but maybe not as efficient as he was today. What allowed him to be so efficient today? That's
the efficiency, right? That's the whole key to this. He had 11 punch outs his second outing, and got 5. Today he was able to, he got 8, right? So that's great. He also threw 4 more innings. So really the ability to get, outs earlier in the count, control counts, and be able to get hitters and pitches that they don't want to swing at but are on the plate, as he's making quality pitches on the plate early, and then in his advantage counts. That's what that looks like. And again, nobody knows that for Goodman in the 2 outs in the 8th, no free passes.
We've gotten to 10-0 at Petco Park this season. What does that mean? What does that say about the ballpark and the environment that it's created?
It says a lot about a lot of things. I don't know where you want to start, but starting point is our ballpark, is our fans, is our confidence in playing here. I do feel like we have a home field advantage here. Two ways. It's a really unbelievably supported place. It's a fun place that our guys love to play. I feel like we're playing with our fans and support we're getting in, and conversely, it's a really challenging place to play. It's a playoff-like atmosphere almost every game. And so, but yeah, playing good baseball regardless of home or away is what we expect.
How is it, Brandon?
So Locke, right at the end, wheel of stride, they're calling it at the moment on low-grade hamstring. Anytime you deal with a hamstring, A, we'll see how he recovers, and B, those things typically take a little bit of time, but at least preliminarily, there's a concern that something clearly happened, an event happened to the hamstring, but low grade, and I guess relative to right now, the best case scenario.
You've lost one center fielder, this week already. What's the concern for the position if you are without Brandon?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. So, like I said, winners find solutions. Somebody's going to play center field, and we expect them to go and do it well.
Hey, Skip. Offensively, the first inning obviously was kind of vintage Padres baseball, but after that, putting traffic on the bases pretty much every inning, even if it doesn't come home, how important is that just to stress an opposing pitching staff and make them have to waste a lot of bullets?
Yeah, first inning was really good. A lot of good at bats. Just Gonzo, big knock, Gurriel, big knock, Glacius, big blow, base running good, guys efficient with their base turns, and then just kept grinding at bats. Not always going to be able to execute, but the approach was there consistently at every at bat, regardless of all the circumstances. So, it just wears a pitching staff down. That's what this is. It's competition. So always looking to take advantage of every single opportunity, and our guys give nothing away in competition.
You have the best record in baseball. What do you think has enabled you to do that? And do you look at the results more now, or do you look more at how you're playing?
I always look at how we're playing. The results are typically a reflection of how you play. Listen, I've said this and I'll continue to say it. First of all, it starts with a group that's really together, that has a high expectation of and enjoys working together, competing together, playing together, and winning. So it starts there. Then after that, it starts with the pitching, throwing strikes. And that goes hand in hand with the defense. You know, our defense makes plays, executes in all areas. Catcher done a nice job doing all the things behind the plate. And then offensively beat you at every turn. You know, small ball, big ball, base running. That's how this works.
That was Padres manager Mike Shildt after this 6-0 win for the Padres against the Colorado Rockies on this Sunday afternoon. Sam Levitt with you inside the Western Metal Building at Petco Park as we continue to wrap this one up. The Padres sweeping the Colorado Rockies in a 3-game series. Like you heard there, Padres 13-3 on the year, 10-0 here at home. And oh, by the way, 42,000 plus in the building today, 8th sellout already of the season here in downtown San Diego. I thought it was an interesting question towards the end there, talking about the way the Padres are winning versus just the fact that they're winning. And obviously, look, any time of year when you can pick up wins and you can go 13-3 over a span of 16 games, it's excellent. I mean, if the Padres would have done this in July and August, go 13-3 in 16 games, you would have said they're in the midst of a great run, right? But I think in particular, what continues to be so encouraging about the way the Padres have started this season, it's not just the record. It's not just 13-3. It truly is the way they're winning these games. And today had a little bit of everything. Obviously, the story starts and ends today with Michael King. He was marvelous. Complete game shutout, 2-hitter, vintage Michael King. You had sort of been waiting for him to have that kind of dominant outing, be the ace. We know Michael King can be the pitcher. He continues to prove he can be over the course of the last season plus now, and he was all of that here today. And quite frankly, he took advantage of a lineup that's just not doing anything right now. We've talked at length about how bad the Rockies have been offensively, really in general, and also on the road. I mean, it has just been ugly for the Rockies offensively on the road. We talked about that plenty pregame the last couple of days. But even beyond that, the fact that that Michael King can take advantage of a lineup like that. He just did what he should have done today. I mean, if Michael King went out there today and struggled, you would have said, man, it's the Rockies lineup that's not doing anything. Padres are playing so well. This should be the type of game where Michael can go take advantage. And man, did he do it tonight. So you feel like he did exactly what he should have done. A couple of other things that really stand out. The first inning was another great example of what has made this offense so dynamic and so good. They are not relying on the home run ball. Sure, yesterday they had to. They had Fernando hit a home run, Hayward hit a home run, and that was it. They won the game 2-0. We know the 6-run fifth inning on Friday night. They had some home runs late. But we talked a lot on Friday night about that 6-run fifth inning, how beautiful it was, how it really encapsulated what the Padres have been offensively this year. First inning was kind of like that today, too. Luis Arraez 1-out single. Manny Machado walks. 2 outs. Oscar Gonzalez, RBI single makes it 1-0. Yuli Gurriel, RBI single makes it 2-0. And then Jose Iglesias caps the inning with a 2-run double, and bang, just like that, it's 4-0. 3 consecutive 2-out RBI hits. We have marveled at what this team has done with 2 outs so far this year, and they continue to do it today. And again, think about the names I just said that drove in the runs. It wasn't Manny. It wasn't Xander. It wasn't Fernando. It wasn't Arraez. It was Oscar Gonzalez, who, by the way, has come up and done a really, really nice job. It's been Yuli Gurriel, or today it was Yuli Gurriel, RBI single. We talked about Yuli in the pregame. It's been slow to start his Padres career, 2 for 20 coming in. Good to see him have a nice moment in the first inning. And then Jose Iglesias, who's really starting to come around now and show you what he can do offensively, a 2-run double. Gonzalez, Gurriel, Iglesias. These were not the core guys getting it done in the first inning. And to me, that's been part of the magic of this start. It's been everybody, much like it was in the second half last year. We talked so much about how seemingly every night it was somebody else in the second half last year, how it was truly in that second half, a 26-man roster effort. And the really cool thing about this season, 16 games in, Padres are 13-3, is that you feel the exact same way. Like it has truly been a 26-man effort so far. And the Padres didn't even have to use what has been a terrific bullpen today. Those guys got a day off thanks to Michael King. So again, it was the first inning, the way they did it, stringing hits together, moving the line, creating a rally. You've loved what you've seen in that sense from the Padres offense all year so far. But it was some different guys getting it done. Injuries, creating some opportunities, and guys stepping up. You love that. That's what a good team does. So really fun to see. I mean, this team's playing incredibly well. I mean, when they play like this, it makes my job easy. I mean, there's not much to complain about. There really isn't. So continues to be just a marvelous, marvelous start. You heard at the end there about Brandon Lockridge. Brandon certainly came up lame crossing first base when he hit into a double play late in the game. Tyler Wade came in, played center field. Certainly he felt something. You could see him sort of hop as he crossed first base. You hope it's nothing too serious, although I will say hamstrings, as we know, tend to be kind of tricky, and you don't tend to really play around with them. So we'll see what the prognosis is for Brandon Lockridge. We'll see if he's going to need an IL stint or not, what the corresponding move would be. I'm getting ahead of myself, but not great news with Brandon Lockridge, who clearly seemed to tweak something with that hamstring late in this game. Tyler Wade comes in, and we'll see what the update is on Brandon tomorrow and in the days to come. But for now, Padres win it 6-0 against the Rockies. They sweep the Rockies here at home. Padres are 13-3. 10-0 at this home ballpark. They continue to play incredibly, incredibly well. Rockies dropped to 3-12, and we've still got a lot to do in our post-game coverage. When we come back, we'll have our catch of the game, full look at the out-of-town scoreboard, play of the game, more to come as the Padres win this game 6-0. Our post-game coverage continues after this.
Stay tuned.
Afternoon. Michael King, a 2-hit shutout. He was marvelous today. Sam Levitt back with you inside the Western Metal Building here at Petco Park as we welcome you back into the Jamul Casino Resort postgame show. Hey, player, when it comes to giving you what you want, Jamul Casino Resort isn't playing around. It's way more than a place to game. It's a place where you can stay and play in every possible way. Jamul Casino Resort, the player's place. Padres improved to 13-3 on the year. They also improved to 10-0 here at home. We'll hear some post-game reaction from some Padres players coming up in just a little while, so stay tuned for that. But right now, let's hear today's catch of the game.
Which defensive play had the biggest impact on today's game?
He is at the wall, leaps up, and he makes the catch.
This is the catch of the game.
Gonna hang a star for Jackson Merrill.
Reeled in by Anthony's Fish Grotto La Mesa, celebrating 80 years of seafood excellence.
The pitch is hit on the ground sharply to third, backhanded by Manny. Near the line, sets himself. Long throw to first is in time, and one away. Boy, it's just fun seeing the internal clock there of Machado. He knew he had a catcher running, and he took just a half a second extra than he might normally do on a play like that.
Nice play by Manny Machado. First out of the third inning, getting Hunter Goodman, the Rockies catcher. As always, Manny playing good defense at third base, great defense at third base, and that was just part of the story and one of the outs that Michael King recorded as he goes on to throw a complete game shutout, a 2-hit shutout here today against the Colorado Rockies. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll go back downstairs. Here's some post-game reaction from inside the Padres clubhouse. We'll have our out-of-town scoreboard, play of the game, continue to wrap things up, and a little bit later, get you ready for the series opener tomorrow against the Chicago Cubs. Final score, Padres 6, Rockies nothing. Our Jamul Casino Resort Padres post-game show continues after these words. Our Jamul Casino Resort Padres post-game show continues here on the Padres Radio Network. Final score on this Sunday, Padres 6 and the Rockies nothing. Sam Levitt with you here at Petco Park. The big story from this game, Michael King, a complete game shutout, a two-hitter, the longest outing of Michael's career. I think you could probably say, I know he had those excellent starts last year in the postseason, was incredible, but you could probably make the argument that he was at his best ever start here today. Hard to do better than, much better than a complete game shutout on two hits, and how in command Michael was here today. Michael King throwing just the fourth 9-inning complete game shutout by a Padre since the start of the 2021 season, as the Padres blanked the Rockies all three games in this series. They had an 8-0 win Friday, a 2-0 win yesterday, and a 6-0 win here today, only allowing 9 hits total in the 3 games of this series. 27 scoreless innings in this series. They gave up 9 hits. Incredible work by the Padres pitching staff from top to bottom. Let's go downstairs here at Petco Park. Let's hear from Michael King inside the clubhouse. All right, we'll get that Michael King audio for you at some point here. But we'll get back to that. No worries at all. We'll have the out-of-town scoreboard coming up in just a little bit as well. Hopefully, we'll be able to get you some post-game sound from downstairs inside the Padres clubhouse. Again, full look at the out-of-town scoreboard coming up, as well as, again, Michael King continues to put together just a heck of a time as a San Diego Padre. Okay, we do have the Michael King audio ready. Let's go back downstairs and hear from Michael.
Yeah, felt same as last time. I felt like I commanded my fastball pretty well. Very aggressive team over there, so trusted Diaz a lot in terms of when to go strike the ball, when to be able to groove something, and when to have to really execute. So we had a good game plan going in and executed.
You never even gave really until the 9th Mike a thought of how did that feel? So.
Oh, good, yeah. I told Shildt I was happy that he trusted me. Hopefully that gives me a little bit more trust in the later innings and in the next couple.
When you emerged from the dugout before that 9th inning, did you hear the crowd reaction?
Yeah, I honestly heard my walkout song. That was the one that got me. Obviously, I'm used to the lights out, phones out for Suarez. I wouldn't have minded lights out there, but even though it's a freaking day game. But no, it was cool.
You have to the efficiency you had early on, especially after 11 strikeouts and 5 a little bit earlier. Now you got 8 and you go all the way. Is that a focus to try and get a lot of early outs? I mean, you have a 3-ball count until the walk in the 8th.
Yeah, really mad about that walk. I told Diaz the goal today was no walks, so I did not achieve my goal today. But they're a very aggressive team, and so you got to feed off that. You got to make sure that you're still around the zone, but executing strike the ball. And it wasn't as much of an emphasis in terms of getting soft contact early, but making sure that I wasn't leaving anything middle. Knowing that if I did fall behind in the count, they are going to chase, so still continue to execute game plan.
Pitching staff hasn't allowed a run since Tuesday, second inning. How remarkable is that?
Yeah, I mean, I actually didn't know that. We obviously have a ton of great starters here. Bullpen's unbelievable, and I think that you're kind of seeing us really gel with the catchers, and you have a ton of experience back there, and then we just bank on them.
Where does a complete game stand in terms of what does it tell you about yourself? I mean, you just keep progressing.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done it in big leagues. It's definitely really cool, but obviously a win's a win. So it's a lot easier when you get out to a 4-run lead in the first inning, and then you could really kind of attack the zone and go from there. So I think the complete games happen when offense gets out early, and now I don't have to really worry about keeping it a tight game. I can just attack the zone.
That was Michael King after today's game. A 6-0 win, a complete game shutout for Mr. King, who was marvelous in this game as the Padres improved to 13-3 on the year. We'll get a little bit more post-game reaction for you in just a little bit. First, let's take a full look at the out-of-town scoreboard.
Let's take a trip around the bigs to highlight the scores that matter most with our out-of-town scoreboard. Presented by Jensen Premium Beef Patties. Always a hit for grilling.
We have only one game going on right now. Sunday Night Baseball in LA. Cubs and the Dodgers are scoreless at the end of the first inning at Dodger Stadium. Everything else has gone final. Giants continue to play very well. Unfortunately, Giants 5, Yankees 4. Final score in the Bronx today, Jung-Hoo Lee, couple of home runs in that game for San Francisco. Blue Jays beat the Orioles 7-6 in Baltimore in 10. Rays beat the Braves 8-3 in Tampa Bay. Royals beat the Guardians 4-2 in Cleveland. Reds beat the Pirates 4-0 in Cincinnati. Marlins 11, Nationals 4 in Miami. Astros beat the Angels 7-3 in Houston. Red Sox beat the White Sox 3-1 in Chicago. Twins 5 and the Tigers 1 in Minnesota. Cardinals beat the Phillies 7-0 in St. Louis. Mets blanked the A's 8-0 in Sacramento. Diamondbacks beat the Brewers 5-2 in Arizona. And finally, Mariners 3, Rangers 1, the final score in Seattle. That is a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard on this Sunday across the major leagues. We'll step aside when we come back, might have some additional post-game reaction. Our play of the game, wrap things up, get you ready for the series opener against the Cubbies tomorrow. This is the Padres Radio Network.
You're listening.
Welcome back to the Jamul Casino Resort post-game show, brought to you by the all-new Jamul Casino Resort, the Players' Place. Sam Levitt with you inside the loft here at the Western Metal Building at Petco Park as the Padres win this game 6-0 against the Colorado Rockies. Michael King, a marvelous outing, a complete game, 2-hit shutout as the Padres improved to 13-3 on the year. They're still very young, but so far very electric and successful 2025 season. Padres a perfect 10-0 at home as well. Well, here's some more post-game reaction from inside the Padres clubhouse coming up in just a minute or two, so stay tuned for that. But first, let's hear our play of today's game.
The line between winning and losing can be razor thin. Which play was the difference between victory and defeat? This is today's Play of the Game, presented by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Look at Gonzalez, now the 1-1. And that's reached for, hit in the air towards right center field. Long run, Moniak not going to get there. Cuts it off right in front of the warning track. But Gonzalez has scored. Gurriel's going to try. Here's the relay, not in time. A 2-run double for Jose Iglesias. And a 4-0 Padre lead.
Jose Iglesias, a 2-run double, capping that 4-run bottom half of the first inning. Our play of today's game. Big moment for Jose. I'll tell you what, we select that for play of the game. We could have picked the final out of King's outing. Obviously, tremendous work by King. But that 2-run double for Iglesias, just felt like it kind of broke the game open. You took an exhale and said, all right, Padres leading 4-0, but the way they've been playing, the way this pitching staff has operated as of late, you felt very, very good about this game, and certainly they proved that. They won it 6-0. Padres pitching staff would have been just fine with a single run in that first inning today, but they got 4, including that 2-run double from Jose Iglesias. We'll hear from Jose in just a second down inside the Padres clubhouse. Military Sunday on the Padres Radio Network is presented by your San Diego Toyota Dealers Association. Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance standard, so you get peace of mind standard. All right, we'll wrap it up in just a second here. We'll get you ready for the series opener against the Cubs tomorrow. We'll tell you a couple of things you should know about what the Padres did this weekend. But first, let's go back downstairs here at Petco Park. Here's some post-game reaction from Jose Iglesias.
Ball talented in the eighth inning. When the guys out there in the strike zone and efficient like that, what does that do for a defense keeping you engaged?
I mean, he's a dog. He's a great pitcher. He's a competitor. He throws the ball well all 9 innings, and it's put us as a team in a really good position.
Hitting in this line, that first inning was kind of vintage Padres baseball. Single, you come up with a double to drive into. How much fun is it to hit in a lineup like this where you're up and down, everybody can get on base?
I mean, you got to be ready. You got to be ready because, we don't give up. We compete every pitch, put the ball in play. We got good hitters up and down this lineup. It's a privilege. When you look around this lineup, it's deep, and I'm just glad to be part of it.
When you get contributions top to bottom, Tatis last night, offensively, defensively, what you guys are doing about Porter, what kind of confidence does that give this team to be able to win your situation?
I mean, it's like I said earlier, it's important. It's important to have a deep lineup, and I think we have as a team. I think everybody understands their role, what they need to do. It's a privilege to be in this lineup and in this team.
10 straight wins in this ballpark. You've seen it from an opposing standpoint, but what's it like to play in this place with that uniform on?
It's special. It's special, man. It's different from the other side. We have great fans supporting us on a daily basis, and nothing but respect for the San Diego Padres fans. And, we had a good time. We just take it one day at a time, stay healthy, and we should be fine.
81-0 at home sound good?
I think winning tomorrow sounds better.
That was Jose Iglesias after the game inside the Padres clubhouse. That was a really good answer by Jose Iglesias. Take it one game at a time. Jose is right. Padres now 10-0 here at home. They are 13-3 on the year after a 6-0 win against the Rockies today to sweep the Colorado Rockies. Before we take a look ahead to tomorrow's game, just to wrap up some of the notes here after this game that you should know about. So the Padres throw 3 consecutive shutouts this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It is now just the 3rd time in franchise history the Padres have done that, throw 3 consecutive shutouts. They did it in July of 1984, 4 consecutive shutouts. They did it 3 straight in April of 1988, and they do it here in April of 2025. So the last time the Padres threw 3 consecutive shutouts, it was April of 1988. It has been a long, long time. What is that? That's almost 40 years, right? That's 88, 98, 08, 8. Yeah, it's almost 40 years. So that's it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. A couple of other notes. Like we said earlier, until today, the Padres had never held an opponent scoreless in any series of 3 or more games in franchise history. So the Padres have now done that. They have held an opponent scoreless for every game during a series of 3 or more games. First time the Padres have ever done that. They do it this weekend against the Colorado Rockies. And also think about this. Padres have played 16 games this year. They're 13-3. They have now tossed 6 shutouts in their first 16 games. 6 goose eggs in their first 16 games. So we've done so much talking about how good the offense has been, how dynamic it's been, what a pleasure to watch they've been. My goodness, the pitching staff now has just been unbelievable as well. I mean, again, you want to talk 16 games in, a team clicking on all cylinders, now offensively, starting pitching-wise, bullpen-wise. You know, look, I tweeted this out a little bit earlier after that first inning. It's 16 games into the season. There's a long way to go, as we know. These seasons typically have a lot of twists and turns, even the great ones. But the San Diego Padres so far in 2025, if you can say anything about them, you can say they are simply a joy to watch. This team has been a joy to watch and to cover so far. They really, really have. And we'll see if the Padres can keep it rolling tomorrow in their series opener against the Cubs. More on that in just a second. As always, if you missed any portion of our post-game coverage, you can go back and listen to any or all of it on the Inside San Diego Baseball podcast with Sam Levitt. You can find it on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your podcasts. If you would rather go on the 97.3 The Fan YouTube channel, that's another place where you can catch any portion of our post-game coverage. Taking a look at tomorrow's game. First pitch tomorrow, game 1 of a 3-game series against the Chicago Cubs here at home at 6:40 p.m. our EcoWater SoCal. Padres pregame show will begin at 5:40. Right-hander Dylan Cease on the mound for the Padres tomorrow. He goes up against right-hander Jameson Taillon on the mound for the Cubs. Again, first pitch at 6:40. Pregame coverage begins at 5:40. Final totals here today for the Padres. 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left on 8. For the Rockies, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. They left on 2. Winning pitcher Michael King, who improves to 3-0. Losing pitcher was Kyle Freeland, who drops to 0-3. Time of game, 2 hours and 15 minutes. And the crowd at Petco Park, the 8th sellout already of 2025, 42,706. The attendance here in downtown San Diego. Once again, first pitch tomorrow, 6:40 p.m. Our pregame coverage will begin at 5:40. Until then, for our great studio coordinator, Bobby Sharton, I'm Sam Levitt saying so long from Petco Park. Again, the final score is the Padres sweep the Colorado Rockies, the San Diego Padres 6, and the Colorado Rockies 0. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the Padres Radio Network.
Thanks for